Hi, Brandy. Hopefully you can see. Well, I've never officially met you. So, hi.
Hello.
All right, I'm trying to move this off this part of my screen. Let's see if I can do that. All righty. I'm doing a post. There we go. Bunny meet Brandy. Brandy meet Bunny.
Hi, Andy.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Bunny lives in Cass City,
Awesome.
which is far away from here.
Yeah.
All right. I'm having trouble moving I have 3 screens and I can't get this to move to the right screen. Ah! Move. Okay, there we go. Good. So I have 3 people on and I just posted something. So hopefully some more people will be on. We'll see. We'll give it a couple minutes. So as long as you two are the only, you want to introduce yourself and just tell a little bit about yourself? You can start, Bunny, since we won't put Randy on the spot right away.
Okay. My name is Bunny. I live in Cass City, like Carol said. I started Pampered Chef in August. And recently I did the Boost Your Business program. So that's been really good, helping, me to get further and more bookings and just overall what to say and how to go about it.
That's something that's put on by Pampered Chef. So she got invited to that. It's kind of a cool thing. They do have some special trainings, so that's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, yeah. So anyway, Brandy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I live in Muskegon. I have 2 kids, a 3-year-old boy and a 9-year-old daughter who I'm hiding from right now.
Uh-oh.
I wouldn't be able to hear anything if I didn't. New to Pampered Chef as far as consulting for it, and I'm pretty excited and all nervous at the same time.
Yeah. Well, and Brandy, I know I met Brandy at she had a virtual party with me. And Brandy, are you gonna stick strictly to virtual parties or are you gonna try some cooking parties?
I'm not sure yet. I think I do want to try booking some in-home parties.
Okay.
But kind of still trying to figure out what's going to go on after work closes. So
yes.
Kind of what kind of time I have available to do that.
So Bunny, I don't know if you know, but she works for Payless, and Payless is going away.
Oh.
A lot of people don't even know that.
No.
Which is so funny because it's been on the national news for a couple of weeks now. So.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yep.
We're probably 45 minutes from a Payless here, so. And I'm really bad about listening to the news.
Yeah, no. That's hard. So what's the closest city, like big city to you?
I would say Bay City or Saginaw. If you go the other way, then probably Lapeer.
Okay. All right.
But it's pretty far from Grand Rapids, actually. She just signed up she actually was a virtual participant in a show and signed up with a host. And with Candace, I don't know if Candace is getting on or not, but Candace, all her family is from that side of the state, but she lives here right now in Rockford. So it's crazy. I mean, you can have people all over the country. It doesn't matter where you are.
Right.
It's harder to see them. So and since, and I know I'm hoping some other people get on, I better check my phone, make sure no one is missing it. I believe this is being recorded. Yes, it is. So it's going to be recorded right from the beginning. So all the things we've said are on here. So since you guys are on time, I'll give it one more minute. Just so you know, I've been with Pampered Chef for 10 years as of February 13th. And I started out doing it as a side job. I had another job that I worked full time, and that was hard to do. But my main goal is I wanted to eventually leave my job. So eventually I did after about 5 years. And then I started doing Pampered Chef full time and trying to earn the trips, and I've earned a trip ever since. My first trip was to Disneyland. And then, of course, this year was the first year I earned the upper level trip, which is to Hawaii. So once you earn one, you'll never not earn one again. You'll do everything in your power. In fact, I had my husband almost cracking a whip. You have to do this. You have to earn the trip, because it's a trip. It's not like a business thing or anything like that. It's just fun. And you get really pampered. They even pay your tips and things like that so it's kind of cool. So that's me, and probably everyone on our team already knows that. But I've been getting a lot of people are struggling. It's been kind of a bad January, February. Bunny and I talked today. Last year I had 6,000 in sales in February. This year, no. So some years are better than others. So I think this year everyone's just tired of all the horrible snowstorms and everything else that we've had, and snow days and everything else. So I'm gonna talk a little bit about, I did put a form on our page that you can actually download it. It's just a simple form. I can show you. It's on the Chic Chef's page. And you can make your own. You don't have to use this. But basically it says names, it says phone, email, or Facebook Messenger, and then it says results, yes or no, date booked, voicemail, follow-up, referral. This is a piece of paper. I think Brandy, I already sent you something, a list of that you can put people down. This would be something that you use to contact people that you want to do a show. And as you get involved in Pampered Chef, you can book shows right from shows, which is definitely easier. That's working smarter, not harder, because no one, including me, likes to make phone calls. I don't like to sit and text people. I don't like to call them. I'd rather book right at shows. And sometimes people book virtual shows from virtual shows and cooking shows from cooking shows, but it works both ways. Sometimes someone just doesn't want to have a cooking show at their house, so they book a catalog show, something on Facebook. All those things will be worth it. It's just all different things that you can do, but it's definitely worth doing. But if you are actually making calls to people, I would say booking is kind of a numbers game. What that means is if you called 10 people on average, and you can keep track of it, you're probably going to get one yes out of 10, and all the rest no's. So one of the things I said in the little post was you should go for the no's. This little booking blitz is kind of like, see how many no's you can get. There's been lots of research on Pampered Chef. They've talked about it a lot, and you really have to have volume to get someone to book. But it doesn't mean you have to do it all at one time. That's why I'm making this like a 5-day thing. If anyone had to sit down and call 25 people or text, and I don't only mean call, but I mean call, text, message on Facebook, with a green dot, see if they're on, ask them if they want to do something. You don't have to do it all at one time. You could set your timer for 15 minutes and say, I'm going to do as many as I can in 15 minutes. Generally, if you make phone calls, most of the time people don't answer. You can leave a message. And there's lots of good messages, and I can even post some little scripts that you can use if you're calling people. So one of the things we're going to talk about, and I might have you talk about it, Bunny, is follow-up you can do after you actually have customers. If you host a show, Pampered Chef has something called the 222 customer care. Bunny, what is 222?
Basically, 2 days after a show, 2 days after you've submitted it and you have customers, then you should be reaching out to them by email or text, or if you want to call them, and thanking them and seeing if they got their or first you want to thank them and see if they need anything, recipes or whatever. And then 2 weeks after, get back with them and see if they've opened the product, if they're using it, if they could, use any help with anything. Mention this guest or the host and the guest special to them and see if they're interested in booking. And then if they're not, then 2 months later, get back to them again and, see if they need anything, if they need recipes, or if they would have changed their mind, maybe they'd like to book then. So it's basically 2 days, 2 weeks, and 2 months.
And the whole point of the 222 is, and you can think about your life. Think of somewhere where you've gone where you've gotten really rotten customer service. Like, I don't know. One good example to me is Lowe's. We went to Lowe's several times when we started doing our kitchen thing, and we probably went in 5 times and never had one person ask us. We'd be looking at appliances stuff. No one asked us. So when it came time to buy our appliances, we didn't go there.
Right.
Because no one even cared. I mean, sometimes we'd look for somebody. So with Pampered Chef, there's a lot of home-based businesses, but if you can provide customer service to people, and really what I do, and I don't always do the 2 week and 2 month. I will honestly say that I would like to do it. It's something that I strive for, but I usually send, at least for cooking shows, I don't always do it for catalog shows. I usually send email as soon as, after the show is closed, just like Bunny said. And I'll thank them for their order. If there's recipes we did, I send them the recipes. I give them my phone information and my email information so that if they want to get in touch with me, they can. I also add them to my newsletter list, which you can do right from Consultants Corner, which you don't know yet, Brandy, but you can do that.
Okay.
Then the reason why you call them 2 weeks later is hopefully they've received their products. If they haven't, that's a good time to find out, because sometimes there are reasons that people don't get stuff, and if you don't find out till 3 months later, that's not good. So you kind of just, a lot of consultants call it the out-of-the-box call. So you call someone and you just say, "Hey, you recently placed an order with me. Is everything okay? Do you have any questions?" And even if you're a new consultant, you don't have to know all the answers. You can just ask them. They appreciate that. Half the time you're leaving a message with that anyway, and they may or may not call you back. But it's a good thing. And then, of course, the 2 month call, you'd be 2 months out. There's people that book at shows, but there might be people that if you tell them something new that came out, like right now we have a new catalog where most of our shows from in the past were the old catalog. So you could say, "Oh, this is my new favorite product. Is there any way you'd like to see it?" or something like that. So those are all things that you can get training in, Brandy. Right now, you wouldn't do that, asking people to do the first shows for you.
Okay.
but just always think when you are talking to anyone, even about booking a show, how you can help them. It's not about, oh, I really need these sales. Can you help me? It's more about, would you like to get some free and half price products? You know, Brandy had an interesting show because she had a Facebook show and like there were no orders on it until like the last day, right?
Yep.
It went crazy. She just had all these orders and it was the craziest thing ever. 1 minute she had less than 100, the next minute, what did you end up with? Like 400?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I could look it up. I won't look it up. But anyway, it was crazy. You know, people were waiting for some reason. And you never know that with any show. But virtual shows are fun because you can show people a lot more products. But it's really fun to actually get together and cook with people. And it's a lot shorter time because it doesn't go over, you know, a week or whatever. So, and I try with new consultants to be with them on their first cooking show. Bunny, I'm still thinking about how I can help you with yours, but we'll talk about that. The two of you, since you're both new, if we do any kind of cooking show training, so if you get do you even know when you're going to sign up, Brandy?
I actually was thinking about getting it done tonight.
Oh,
after talking to you. So yeah.
Well, then what I would do, oh, go ahead. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, nope, that was it.
Okay. So what I would do is once you sign up, I would, I would say your first cooking show, you can get it booked. You and I can talk about a date if you have somebody, and then we'll schedule a training. Bunny has her first cooking show. She's been a consultant since August, been trying to get a cooking show on the 22nd. And so I would like to do some kind of a training before then. And if we have to do it on Zoom and I demonstrate something, we will, because you both don't exactly live close to me. But if you and I can get together and Bunny can watch us, we can do that too.
Okay.
That one was actually a referral.
What?
I was going to say that the cooking show was actually a referral from one of my virtual hosts.
Nice.
So, you know, that's something too you want to ask them if they're not interested in booking again in 6 months, if maybe they know somebody else. And
oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And you never know, I've talked about this to our team, and I know no one else is on here right now, but people don't know what one show can do for you. I had a show last Friday that just closed today at $1,905. That show I booked from a cooking show that I did in January that was actually booked from a virtual show. And the lady that did the cooking show said, I want you to come to my house and do that same recipe you did on the live video for the virtual party. And that's what I did. And this lady was there, and who knew,
Right.
The virtual show that I booked this from only got to $200, but I had a $700 show and a $1,900 show right from one virtual show. So you don't know the effect that you're going to have on people. So,
Right.
The other sure booking person that you can get is yourself. You can schedule your own party. As a new consultant, you can schedule a grand opening party. It can either be a virtual or it can be a cooking. You could just have people at your house. You don't have to carry your stuff anywhere. You're comfortable because you're in your own kitchen. People can order online, but you're not going to cancel on yourself. You're the for sure host. You're not going to say, oh, I don't want to do it or anything like that. So anybody out there listening, you can always schedule like an open house, or you can even bill it as a cooking class. I'm going to teach you how to cook with chicken or whatever. A lot of people don't know how to cook nowadays. So, and you don't have to know everything. They don't expect you to. It's even better when you don't know everything, because people don't want us to be perfect. They want us to be more like them. So does that make sense, ladies?
Yes.
All right. So this whole booking blitz, like I said, if you get 25 contacts and put down how many no's you have, by a contact, that means how many people you actually interact with, whether it's with a phone call. So like if you just call 25 people and leave messages and no one calls you back or texts you back or anything, that's not really a contact. It's just a shot in the dark, actually. So what you can do when you call them is tell them you're going to call them back if you don't hear back from them, or give them say, I have some really exciting stuff I want to tell you about. If you give me a call by tomorrow, I'll tell you, just give them a date, or you can, whatever works best for you. But if you can try to be in touch either by texting or by messaging or by emailing or even calling or even walking outside and talking to somebody at a store about Pampered Chef, then you can, those all count as contacts. Even if they don't end up doing a show, you just never know.
Right.
Now, do you guys have any questions so far?
Nope, not now.
I'm sure you're going to have a lot of them.
That's what I was just going to say. I'm sure I will come up with some.
Yes. I'm trying to think of what I have. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'll post it again after we're done, but the people who get the most bookings, and I'm sure there's people that aren't on this call that are planning on doing this booking blitz. It's just, I just threw it together today. So I'm assuming that those of you that aren't on here will at least watch this video when I'll post it on the page. So, Bunny, do you have any other things that work for you or have worked for you for virtual parties?
I think reaching out afterwards by text or email has worked better for me, because the way the virtual parties are now, if you're not friends with the host guest, then you can't necessarily message them and have them answer you. But after
True.
they've ordered, you have their email and you have their phone number, so you can either call them or you can text them. And that has been working pretty good for me. Now I text a gal from the last show. Well, I text everybody, but one of them got back to me this morning, and she is a direct salesperson for 2 other companies, she says, and plus she does nails. But as we got talking, you got to build a relationship. So as we got talking, then she said, well, you know what, I'll save your information in my phone, and then you save mine. And so maybe along the way we can help each other, or, if one of us want to book a show, then, so you're building the relationship.
That's right. And it's never bad. And plus, Pampered Chef helps us. I mean, if you have customers, you can put them in your customer list, and Pampered Chef sends them emails. There's a monthly newsletter. And typically, yeah, my monthly newsletter after 10 years, it goes out to 3,000 people. However, I don't think they all read it.
Right.
They found they don't read the emails or the newsletters as much as they read the little targeted things, like based on what they bought. But they do that for us. And usually when our newsletter goes out, I always get a call or an email or something from somebody wanting something. It's kind of like it reminds them that they want something from Pampered Chef. So it's all part of, it takes time, but they do everything to help us as much as possible. And I like that you reach out to each person, because I kind of feel in virtual parties, there are people that want to be anonymous, and they might be on the party, actually on yours. I think there were people that ordered that never commented at all. If not yours, there's other parties that people just order and you never know they're there, but they're kind of like stalking the page.
Yep.
So, reaching out to them when they order is awesome. because then they know you actually realize they're alive. Maybe they don't want to post that they want to do a party. Maybe they don't want anybody to know. But it's amazing how many people I've talked to afterwards. I just send them a text and say, what did you think of the party format? You know, you can help me out, make it, improve it. And they tell me stuff that way. So it all can happen. So I'm trying to think of what else I had on here. I have a little list. Brandy, I would say if you decide to sign up today or tomorrow, you'll probably, it's the 7th, they'll probably make your start date like the 12th or 13th. It's usually 5 business days or something like that. So that would mean your 30-day end date would be all the way around probably around April 12th, which gives you a time period that you can book some shows in. And if you at least book 4 of some kind of show, 6 is even better in that time period, you will make the $12.50 in sales. And this month, once you get to 500, you get 50 Pampered Chef dollars. And that's what you can use to buy supplies, or you can buy products on our website.
Okay.
Plus, once you get to $12.50 in your first 30 days, you get an extra 100 along with the normal 100 that you normally get at.
Okay.
So you have the option of getting $250. Well, it's not cash, it's Pampered Chef dollars, but to spend. So it's a good deal this month. So
yeah.
So and $500 for a lot of new consultants, that's their first show. It's one show. So
Okay.
you know, depending, even Bunny, do you remember what your first? You did a
I
great.
think my first one, and this was before a lot of Facebook changes though, was a little over 600.
Yeah,
I
that
think.
was a virtual. So, and I'm glad you guys are knowing each other, because Bunny, once you become friends with Bunny, you'll see she posts funny stuff on Facebook all the time. She cracks me up, but she's very successful with her virtual parties. So,
Okay.
and she's got a good system. I think it's good because she and I follow kind of the same system. So, so it would be good even if you didn't, but it's working for you. So one of the things you can do on our team page, you can ask people questions. I'm not always available. So I love it when people post questions, because usually if one person has it, everybody has it, or at least a couple people do. And so that's something you can always do if you have a question and you can't get a hold of me, but you can always ask me questions any way you want to.
Okay.
But I don't mind if you send me a friend request. You know, if
Okay.
you have questions and Carol's busy or something, I'm fine with that.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
And of course, this year, Bunny is working. She's working to earn the trip. This year, it's Disneyland. Every 5 years, they do a trip to Disney. So she's working really hard. You got to earn points, and you earn them by your sales, but also when people sign up under you, you earn some points too. So when they qualify, which is when you get $12.50 in sales. So it's all exciting, and hopefully you can both do really well. The other thing that I would tell is, and it's right now you're not in our website, but it's called Consultants Corner. We have all specials, and this month all the Rock Crocs are on sale for hosts, 60% off. You can pick one. Next month it's all the cookware. So if you personally want to get some of those things, and you want to just do it and get them free or half price, you can do that by hosting your own show and being the host and also the consultant. So that's always something to keep in mind. That's how I got my cookware. I didn't buy it on Pampered Chef's website. I bought it. I had a couples show, and I told them all, I'm doing a couples show, and I'm doing it so I can get cookware.
Yeah.
At that time, it was 60% off. So, you know, it was fun, and they all knew what I was trying to do, and people helped, but, you know, they also got good products too.
Right.
You can always do that.
Okay.
So, that is, I didn't want to take up a whole lot of your time. It's a whole half hour. I think you escaped from your daughter all this time.
But I keep my son occupied, and I think she's done pretty well. So
Oh, good, good.
I hear a little bit of crying out there, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, yeah. So what I'm going to say, if you end up booking and have any successes with people, sometimes it's really surprising. I used to do customer calls when I first started out, and I called a lady who lived in Texas, who was a sister of someone who had a show with me. And I didn't even ask her if she wanted to do a show. She just said, I want to do a catalog show. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, whoa. So that's when I learned that you really should be calling these customers, because sometimes she didn't know anybody else that sold Pampered Chef. And she ended up having a $700 catalog show. She
wow.
all the orders. She sent them, she faxed them all, she copied them all and sent them to me, and I put them all in. So if I would have never called her to see how she liked her products, I never would have had that show. So
right.
It's kind of a fun thing. So keep that in mind, when you're talking to people too. And like Bunny said, if there's someone who says no, ask them if there's anyone they know of that might be interested in doing a show. Sometimes it's somebody who really likes to cook, or they say to someone, oh, I really wish I could find a Pampered Chef consultant. It's just a crazy thing. So,
right. Okay.
So does that help you guys? So you can post any successes you have on our page at any time. I'm hoping other people will too, and we'll see how we do.
Right.
And we'll see who has the most bookings by Monday night at 9:00. So,
all right.
And
well, if she joins, she'll have an automatic one.
What?
If she joins, she'll have an automatic show.
Right.
She has her grand opening. So.
Yeah, that's an automatic one.
That
True. You can say, I already booked myself. Did you still want to talk to me afterwards, Brandy?
If you need me to call you, yes. If you kind of discussed everything on here, then nope, it doesn't matter.
Well, you may have more questions about the business. I don't know before you sign up.
Okay.
If you do.
I don't think so right now.
Okay.
I'll message you if I do come up.
Okay. Well, I will be in touch with you if you do sign up.
Yeah.
I'll be in touch with you like right away, like the next day or whatever, and talk to you about things that might be on, but questions you might have. Plus, you get a bunch of stuff from Pampered Chef. They'll send you an email, and there is training right on our website, which they just updated, and it's really awesome. So,
perfect.
It should be really good. Help you out. And they even have like a little special thing that's just for new consultants that tells you how to set everything up in the beginning. This is new since you were doing it, Bunny.
Yeah.
So it's like a little reminder.
Always evolving.
Yeah, there's little things you got to do.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I would definitely do the virtual training.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's training on virtual parties. There's training on in-home parties. There's training on the new products. There's all kinds of, but don't try to do it all in one day. You'll go
right.
I would probably totally confuse myself anyway. So.
Yeah, it does get confusing if you try to do too much, but it's always there. So you can get up in the middle of the night when you can't sleep and do it if you want to.
Perfect.
So if that's ever happens, but anyway.
Yeah.
And I do that. I go back and watch something again. Maybe you've forgotten something they said, or so. It's nice they're there.
Yeah, and I think after being a consultant for 10 years, there's things you do, and then you kind of fall away from doing them, and then you have to be reminded every once in a while, oh, that used to work for me. I should probably do that. So,
right.
You're just starting out, so we'll try to train you in a good way so you can be successful.
Sounds good.
Did you manage to get something else for when Payless is gone yet, or not?
Nope. I'm waiting to hear about one thing with Baker College's bookstore here in town for management there, but not sure if it's going to be a thing or not. So I'm just kind of
Okay.
waiting.
Well, you might have to just like really work your Pampered Chef business. There are people that make six figures doing this business.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do it. You just have to do it. And I happen to know there aren't a lot of consultants around Muskegon. So,
No. Perfect.
so I've been doing all the shows there. So you need to do some there. So
Absolutely. So
yes,
get-
probably the same thing for Chaos City. So there you go.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
for sure.
okay. So thank you ladies for participating. If you have any other questions later on tonight, I'm going to be around. I'm actually going to be making calls tonight too. I made a list. I'm going to do it right after we get off the phone. So Thursday nights are a good night to get people, I think.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
so whatever you, but it's up to you, you know. So,
Yeah.
so both
Okay.
of you, thank you very much. And we will be talking to you soon. And good luck with your signing up.
Thank you.
Nice
Okay.
meeting you, Brandy.
Nice meeting you too. Have a good
Okay, well, I'm going to end the meeting now. And I wish you both lots of luck with your bookings.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.
Good morning, Rick.